Goodness gracious. watching the market on my other device. It's what them alarms are about. Just watching the market. Acting on the market. Just my first goal is just trying to make $100 a day. Just easily, little 100 measly dollars a day. That's gotta be easy. Right? I know I've lost a lot of money chasing $100 before in the past. Woo! Only back then I was trying to make $1,000 a day every morning before I'd go to work. Market would open at 8:30. I'd try to be out of the house by 9, be working by 9. Just try to make $1,000 a day. That's all I was trying to do. I've lost $20,000 trying to make $1,000. A couple of times, not a few times, a couple of times. I have lost $30,000 back to back. Back to back days, 30,000. That's my worst losses in the stock market. I don't know if I'll ever get back to that level of winning or losing. But I'm sure we're gonna try. My first goal is just first step, just trying to make $100 a day. That's first step. But now that I have nothing but time, there should be no excuses. I mean, there should be no excuses. There ain't no excuses anyway. I'm the one that pushed the buttons. I mean, I guess. I'm not sure about that actually, but that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother time. I am just the observer of this meat suit, this pre-programmed meat suit. I'm just the observer of it. I'm not sure if I pushed the button or not, or if it was pre-programmed. I don't know. They say your brain knows what you're going to do before you do, by a lot of readings I've read. Also, according to the University of California, we download consciousness. We download it. We are at least 15 to 30 seconds behind time, according to the University of California. And I have proof, living proof. I've lived it. I've been ahead of time. Sure have. I knew everything that was going to happen before it happened, every word, every conversation, like it was a script. I was in the script before it happened, and I actually tried to change it. And the gentleman was about to say his line, and as he was saying his line, and I was reading his line, knowing his line before he actually said it, I knew what I was going to say, but I was trying to change the script. And it was on my tongue. He was finishing his part, his script in the conversation ahead of the time that I'm actually living in, whatever. Anyway, ahead of time. And he's finished, and I was fixing to act, and man, I'm blasted. He finished his script. I had the new script in my head, and I was about to release it off my tongue, and the original script came off of my tongue. It was unchangeable. I could not change it. And that's what even got me into researching certain things, and that's how I came up with the University of California, where they said that we actually download consciousness, that our brain and all that knows everything that's going to happen before it actually happens. It don't matter if you pull up to a stop sign and you sit there and debate with yourself, left or right, or go straight. You already know what you're going to do before you do it. looking for a short position. It's finally starting to do a little pullback right now. But it could just be a little pullback, just a slingshot on further up. Just got to wait for a little better spot. This one of them big old pumper and dumpers. It was at 510 pre-market, and it shot up to like over 850, and I can't see it right now without my glasses, but it's definitely two red candles. Almost about half engulfed of the last big green elephant candle. So it's about the 50% mark where it could retrace, or it could retest down there at the bottom of that big old elephant bar and then head back up. We're just gonna wait for a better position. We'll probably get in right below the big green elephant bar. It's about 50% retraced right now. See what I'm talking about? See how that big old green elephant bar right here? Let me turn it this way. Pow. See that big old green elephant bar? Boom, boom, boom. And then it's about 50% retraced right there. My entry to go short is going to be down here. As soon as it breaks the bottom of that green line right there is where I'm going short. Wow. Oh, here it comes. Here comes that big bar. About that time. Oh. Anyway, I got my order ready, so we good. Just got to sit here and wait. Kind of like fishing, isn't it? Uh-oh. It's kind of like fishing. Just sit here and wait. Just enjoy the day. Work on your inner being, your outer being, your focus, your presence, your awareness. And just sit here and try to make $100 gosh dang dollars. It can't be that hard. It's still real strong. They're going to war right now. They are battling. It's real strong stock. It's going to go higher. This is doing a little pullback like a slingshot. I'm about to shoot on up here in a minute. There it goes. Ba-ba. There it goes. It's up like 250% or something. It's fixing to be up even more. I had an opportunity to get in at $5.10, but these pump and dump stocks, man, they'll rug pull that sucker so fast. Golly, it's fast. I'd rather be on the downside than the upside. Going down, it goes down a lot faster than it goes up usually. Then I have my long-term stocks that anyway, it don't matter. got an idea and a plan and got a little bit of money, so we're gonna roll with it. This is round probably I don't know. It don't matter. It's just a continuation of my everything I've learned. All that money I've lost in the past in the stock market was just a fee. That's all it was just a fee. There's a lot cheaper fees to pay than I did, though. There's a lot cheaper ways to learn how to play in the stock market than I did. I was a gambler, and I had a pocket full of money, bank full of money, ground full of money. And that's what I enjoyed it. Ooh, I hated them big losses, though. I'd sit there and I'd make, 3, 4, 5 good day trades all week long, 5 days straight. Make $10,000, $12,000 and then blow 20. It makes no sense. Damn, not back then. But I was making so much money it didn't matter. I was trying to I was trying to rock its world. I got my world rocked. And then I got it rocked when life happened and I had to close my business down and retire. I was forced to retire. Golly, but this is the best thing now. I love it. Now I can sit here and just piddle and try to make $100 a day just for something to do, just for something to do. There's no emotions involved like it was before. Because it's so small. It's just like fishing to me right now. Some people like to go out to the ponds and rivers and get their little bass boats and go fishing. This is how I like to fish, right? This is my fishing. And try to get back to the level I once was, because I'm still a gambler. I'm a gambler. It's my nature. I'm a gambler. Lost my first $20 when I was freaking 8 years old, 8, 9 years old. Been chasing that same $20 ever since. It's cost me a lot of gosh damn money chasing that $20 damn dollars. I don't know how much money it's cost me over my entire life of in and out money. I've pretty much calculated about how much my entire journey cost me up to about 2022. And my entire journey up to then was roughly about $500,000. That's about everything I've lost and everything I invested in, and not including this house. This house I just purchased. That don't include this. That was my journey, education, my gambling journey, and it's cost me roughly about $500,000. About almost half of that's probably been the stock market. A quarter of it. A third of it. About a third of it. Not a quarter, a third. About a third of that, 500, is probably the stock market. I lost a lot trying to learn how to play this game. Just trying to make $1,000 a day back in the day. I'd string 5 wins together. There'll be some days of $2,000 wins in about 15 minutes. And then you start thinking you know something, and then they blast you, boy. I mean, they rip the gosh dang on them pump and dumpers that I used to play, however many shares I used to play. Ridiculous. That sucker, you'll be up. Next thing you know, they'll rug pull that thing. You'll be down $15,000 in 30 seconds. It's crazy. I was playing way, way too big. Way too much emotion involved. It's fun to play, though. I'm still going to play them. But I have my long-term investments, too, that I don't gamble with. You know, I'm not gambling with them. I can't. Hell, I'm 51, retired. I got to stay ahead of inflation. This house is going to need repaired in the future. I got to just maintain and just try to make a little, gamble a little bit. Try to make $100 a day. Risk 400 or 500 to make 100. That don't sound good, but hey, that's what I learned in business. Risk 10,000 to make 2,500. No big deal. Hell, it's easy now. I have a whole different outlook on the stock market than I did, I don't know, 6 years ago. I used to kind of remember wanting to risk a couple $100 to make $1,000, and that sounds logical, and it's happened many times. But in this day trading, I've learned it's better to risk 1,000 to make 100, to make 200, to make 250. Which you're not risking the entire amount anyway. You're just going to a percentage of it. Because you can set your stops and all that stuff if that's the way you roll. But the problem with setting stops and then pump and dump stocks are them flash crashes that just flash down there just to knock all the stops out. That's the problem with with the stops. They'll flash crash just to stop you out. You just have to be very disciplined. And I am not. I have not been up to this point. I'm pretty disciplined. Not whenever you're chasing that dollar, whenever you're just a little short of your goal or a long ways from your goal on the downside. Woo! Chasing that dollars. Like I said, I've been chasing that same first $20 I ever lost when I was 8, 9 years old. I'm still chasing that $20. I got a long ways to go, but I'm having a good time getting there. I don't know about y'all. I don't know if you having a good time. Oh, shit, there's a big red candle right here. Hang on now. Hang on now. There's a big engulfing candle. We in. We in. Dang. Let's see what today's high was. Yeah, it's came down about $2. We're in. It was at $2. Pre-market, it was at $5.10. I could have got in at $5.10 and I probably ran it up. I'd have probably been at around $8, but so I'm just patient these days. Like I said, I'd rather short these pump and dumpers than play them long. And not no emotions involved. No emotions. And it's very easy to make 100. It should be very easy, and to lose $100. It's very easy to lose $100 too. Got to be very disciplined. Alrighty, 679. Oh man, just gonna a little pool back right there. I think we're gonna add to our position right here and set a stop at the high. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add right there, 723. Add 723. Set our stop just above high at 850. Alright, sit there and got our bobber set in the water and just sit here and just kind of see if the fish bite. Oh, see if the fish bite. Looking for a big red candle. That's what we're looking for, a big red candle. Just a big engulfing red candle. That's what we want. Just pull the plug on it. Make sure them things are refreshed. Make sure that chart's refreshed. That sucker will freeze sometimes. I'll sit over and look at it and think I'm looking at something and it's not real because it hadn't moved. It'll freeze up maybe once an hour or something sometimes if I don't mess with it. We're getting this good engulfing candle though. If it'd just suck on down there, but it's engulfing. If you can see it, we're shorting it. Boy, we in there. Oh, there it goes. We're gonna ride it all the way to the bottom too. We got about $3. We're gonna ride it down to the end of the day. Set our stop at 850 and we'll adjust our stop throughout the day. So we're also gonna add to this little program here in a minute. In fact, I need to set a game plan. Add us another bobber in the water. Add some shares to this thing. what my average is. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to add right now. $6 and $6. We're adding. We're gonna add 100 shares to our short right here. That's $6. Set our stop at, what was that? We're at 850. Let's set our stop at 785. 785. Damn. We'll sell out 225 shares at 785 is our stop. So see how we got about $3 we can roll this thing down all day long. All right, there we go. We're gonna add to it again here in about $5.40. Let me go ahead and get that set in there. $5.40 in case I'm dazing off. $5.40. We're gonna add where we at? 225 shares. We're gonna add 150 shares at 540. Yeah, 150 shares at 540. Then we're gonna ride that down, set our stop at we'll see how we're feeling at that time. All right, we're currently at 610. We're looking for a 540. Then we're gonna ride it down to about wherever it goes all day long. I probably won't add no more. That's probably gonna be my last add at 540. And our current stop is 785. We moved it from 850 down to 785 because we added 100 shares. Limit that loss. Oh, we're getting a big engulfing candle. Nice. Yeah, whenever I'm chasing my $1,000 for the day, or back when I used to chase my $1,000 for the day, I used to average down, what they call average down, and I'd max out. But my problem was I was so impatient because I was running my company. I had to be out of there usually by 9 o'clock unless I'm chasing my money and then there's a delay. I called the customer and be like, hey, something came up for a minute, I have emergency. Give me just a little bit and I'll be right there. But now that I have all this time, we can make some good trades and just take our time, add to our position through the day. Not only average down, which I've learned, don't add to losers. I'll probably add once, but I'm done adding to losers. But I'm averaging up is the way to roll. The same way I average down to lose all that money, I'm gonna reverse the roll. That's what's in my mind. I know how to lose big money. I know how to win big money with the other strategy too. It's just so unfortunate. There's so unbelievable moments in my world, gambling world. But that's all right. They can flip the script on this one too. It's no big deal. I'm having a good time doing it and there's no emotions involved, so it's fun. It's just like fishing, just like an old man or lady outside fishing. Enjoying the outdoors. It's beautiful. I love it. I love my retired life. That's why I work so hard, so we can enjoy this. That's why I done it. But I sure anticipated a whole lot more zeros in my bank account than I have. But that ain't the way it worked out. But that's cool. It's cool because it's just the same. It don't even matter. It don't even matter how many zeros. It's about the feeling within yourself and how I feel. I feel like a millionaire because I was on my way. I was almost there before I got rug pulled the way these pump and dump stocks do. Speaking of, this sucker is ripping down. See if we can do one more ad. See if we got the. I don't want to get no emotions involved. I'm gonna average down on this one because we got in at 6 and it's jumping up to. See, that's what happens. That thing freezes. It jumped up to 632. I'm gonna get another ad in at 632. Only 50 shares though. Set the stop at the same mark of 785. Boom. Alrighty. Now then, everything's just set. Just gotta write it down or write it up to 785, whichever way it rolls. It's up to the market now. I'm just kind of in the middle of the wave. Mm. Do look like a lady. Had a little green candle on the last candle, but it's almost re-engulfed now with the red candles. So we're back, almost back down there, close to around $6. I can't see the number because I ain't got my glasses on, but I can see the candle. Especially when I blow it up. It's still in bounce up territory though. It could still go against us at any moment. It's not a lot there. Yeah, it's gonna go on up a little bit. It wasn't a lock yet. It's trying to break over that last candle's high. It's strong. But it sure could. I mean, the bottom could just completely rip out from under it here in a minute. It's acting strong, but it ain't shot yet. So I'm gonna say it's gonna rip down. See what the price is. I may add to it. No, I'm not adding to it. Don't add to losers. I got my stop set at 785 with how many shares I got? $275 shares. So I'm risking another $275 from about right here. I am down in the trade, but that's all right. We're gonna give it room to wiggle and work. We got a dollar till it hits our stop, so I'm pretty confident. All right, here it comes. It's about to suck down that little pullback it just had, so that's good. Oh yeah, it sucked it right on back down. We got to be getting down around $6. Let me get my glasses on so I can see. $6.20, yep. 6.18. Football, if we can break that $6 mark, we're in business. We added on at 6. We added 100 at 6. We start making some decent money if it'll break $6. If it'll, I probably won't add an. I'll probably add again around the $5 mark, probably about 5.25, 5.30. I'll start getting very interested about $5.50. Start really watching it, see if it's going to weaken or not, or my perception of it, if I think it's going to weaken or not. Try to get in a little early. And once it breaks that $5.10 pre-market, I think it'll just engulf the rest of its 180%. It should be around it. It'd be about 180%. The stock is up at just under $5. I'll probably add for sure under $5. I'm gonna add at 5.20 and probably add again just under $4 or under $5. Ride it down to around 4 and probably start liquidating some of that position, and we'll just see how it works out. See, that's just the game plan. The game plans never go accordingly because there gets emotions involved. But that's just the gist of it. I'll start getting interested in this stock again about $5.50. Otherwise, there ain't nothing I can do. Ride it up to $7.85 and get stopped out of my 200 and whatever shares I got. Or continue the trade all the way the rest of the day, all the way down. I really look to the stock going on down and engulfing most of its profits of the day. I mean, 200%. These pump and dump stocks, for as long as I've played them, that's how the majority of them go. Now, some of them will go up to $40, $50. But them are rare. Them are like gems. I played one. What is it? Last week? VEEE. It done that. I actually rode it up to the upside too. I got in on that one on the upside. I just knew. And my brokerage a lot won't allow me to play these type of stocks pre-market. I have to wait till market opens, but they allowed me to play that one that day for whatever reason, and I rode it up pretty good. I'd have to look back on my journal and see exactly, but I like to journal all my trades so I can work and improve on it, because that's all I got now is time, and I enjoy this so much. Like people enjoy fishing and whatever. This is my hobby. Just to trying to make money is my hobby. It's pretty cool, huh? I mean, I think it's cool. It taught me world finance or world economics, everything. It's taught me so much about a lot. It's cost me a lot of money to learn it though, but hey, education costs money one way or another. Something it's going to cost you. Everything costs you one way or another. Everything. Uh-oh. just caught in a chop right now. It's just chopping sideways right now. Consolidating, they call it. It's consolidating. You can make some good money in chop if you're willing, but you're willing to really see. In my earlier trading days, that's how I used to trade it, in the chop. And the way you trade it, you got to go big for very, very short time. Microseconds. You got, and mm, I remember one time, I don't remember if I was in one of that type of trade or not, but I was in a big trade because I lost a big chunk of money. The stock was just kind of in its chop mode. And the way I used to trade, I almost bet it was a huge chunk of money, because I just don't remember how much exactly. But I know it had to be huge because I took it like a champ, right on the chin. I'm going to tell you how it happened. I was in the chop, and I don't remember if I was going long or short. I had to be going long because the bottom fell out of it when this happened. So what probably happened was it was in the bottom set of the chop, and I bought. And what I do is let it rise back up to the top side of the chop, and I'd get out. Just little 75 cent, chop for however long, 30, 40 minutes, however long they would chop sideways, 75 cents to $1, whatever it was. And I would go real large. I'd buy, 3,000 shares and just play the chop. But anyway, what had happened this particular day, it was in the middle of the chop. I was in the middle of the trade. Don't tell how many shares, two, three, however many shares it was. I don't know. It was probably a lot, because it was. And the phone rang, and I owned my own company, and we got to talking just for maybe 25 seconds or so. And I just took my eyes off it because I was trying to imagine the job in my mind. So I took my attention off the trade, and I didn't set stops back then and I still don't really today, but I do. I do. But anyway, I still set. They do them flash crashes, and I used to get stopped out on a flash crash, so I stopped using stops back then. But I use stops now. I don't want to, but I have to. And the phone rang, and I got distracted for like 20, 25 seconds. And I looked back at my screen and seen that enormous, engulfing red elephant bar. I mean, it was large. And I go back to listening to him or talking whatever, and the words out of his mouth was, "That felt good, didn't it?" I shit you not. He said, "That felt good, didn't it?" We live in the Matrix, y'all. Live in a simulation, because there's just so many instances that I can just, I don't know. It's pretty wild. It's pretty cool. But I'm having a good time. Not risking much money, just piddling. And as long as I can make out, at the end of the month, kind of like how I used to do my jobs. I might have to invest $6,000-7,000 in the job, do the job before I even get paid. And it's kind of the same thing here. I look at trading so much different than I did when I was gambling at it, which is still gambling, because it's still gambling. There's three things a stock can do. So you got a 33% chance of making money. The stock's going to go up, it's going to go down, or it's going to go sideways. That's how I play it. There's so many different ways to play the stock market, but that's just how I play it, the three ways. There's so many. You can bet on this thing doing, well, there's a big, it's a red candle. I'm legally blind, the doctor says, and when a big red candle's right next to a big green one, my eyesight don't see it. I got to really stare at the screen until it comes into focus or whatever. It's kind of weird. My eyesight, I just can't see right. That's what my brother used, that was his handle, was can't see right. Can't see right. And it's just the easy way of explaining how our vision, or how my vision is, as I use his. So I use his little can't see right. Somebody's, anyway, I just can't see right, damn it. I can't see right. It's just all out of focus. It's just out of focus. It's called amblyopia. I was born with very poor vision in my right eye. I mean, where all you could see was just light, basically. And if somebody walked up to me, I could see an outline. I mean, it's like a shadow off of a tree, basically, is how I think. It was like a shadow out of the tree out of my eye. And my other eye was perfectly healthy. Now, this is when I was a child. And what happens is your brain is trying to recalibrate for how your right eye sees versus your left eye, and calibrate your brain to your left eye to adjust. And it's all in my head. My left eye is perfectly healthy, but I just can't see right. It's all out of focus, but it's because it was trying to adjust. My brain was adjusting to how my right eye seemed to balance it out. And it's all they had to do was cover my right eye when I was a kid. If they would have covered my right eye as a child, they say my left eye would be perfect vision because it's perfectly healthy. But if you could cover the right eye, why couldn't you cover the left eye? Just till I was like 7 years old, just cover the bad one. That way, it makes more sense. Just cover the bad eye till you're about 7 years old. Till I was 7 years old is all they would have had to have done until my brain would have, fully got the idea of eyesight or whatever they said. Pretty strange situation. But I was raised in regular public schools. Hell, I couldn't see worth a crap. Couldn't see worth a crap. I could see just a little bit better than 2100 vision, and my whole life, that my paper says 2070 was my best vision, but that was cheating. Hell, I had that gosh damn table of contents freaking memorized, or that eye chart table of contents. I had that eye chart memorized down to where I was just good enough to get a driver's license, which I was still good enough, but I wanted a little bit better, less restrictions, so I got it down to 2070 when I was 16 years old by cheating. But I still couldn't drive at night. But 2100 vision was, you could still drive with 2100 vision, but I was still limited to no nighttime driving. But 2100 vision, y'all, I'm gonna tell you, it's very iffy. I mean, 2100. There's times I wondered why them suckers gave me a driver's license. I mean, at times, I'm telling you, with 2100 eyesight, I'm telling you, it's a little sketch, pretty sketchy at times. The way my 2100 eyesight was. Somebody else's 2100 may be different than mine was. But I still jumped dirt bikes. I flew dirt bikes 90 feet through the air with that with 2100 vision. Sure did. I rode motocross every weekend. That was nice for about 7 years. I'd be out there. I got pretty fast too. I went from a backpack runner when I first started, because that's a whole different animal, learning to ride motocross than riding street bikes. And when I first started, it took me about 3 years, but after about 3 years of every weekend that was nice, I was on the bike. And I mean, I could stay out there on the motocross track. I'd do 2 to 3 motos, 1 hour sessions, right at 45 minutes to 1 hour sessions. So I'd do 3 of them a weekend. And as I got older, definitely just 2, and then some. And as I got older, like in 42, 43, I was only doing about 1 40-minute moto or so. Getting burned out. I was working on the bikes all the time, because I rode it like I raced them, shoot. Or I worked on them like I raced them. I rode them like I raced them too. But I ended up becoming from a backpack runner to a mid-pack runner. I was fast for being a blind guy. 2100 vision in one eye with, I have one eye. But I sure wouldn't. I'd be out there. Now, when it got ruddy, I would, if the track got real muddy and ruddy, I wouldn't ride, because you got to hit them ruts, and boy, it's so easy to get cross-rutted. But if it's a nice fluffy track with some ruts just in the corner, you just memorize your certain marks, like on the side of the track, and you just learn. You just memorize everything. I'm sure the professionals do the same thing as I do, but memorize certain marks. But the thing is, the track changes at every lap sometimes when it's real busy. But if there's only 20, 25 bikes out there, and most of us novices, the track don't change much in a couple of laps. You just learn them ruts in the corner. And I got pretty good in corner rutting. But whenever you're flying down the track in a straight, I couldn't do that. I couldn't go fast and hit a rut. Like if you got a 40-foot run or something before your next triple or whatever. And it was nothing but a line of ruts, I'm out. I'm not playing. Get snapped up and can't go to work on Monday. I couldn't do that. But I did get snapped up one time. I was feeling good that day too. It was down by Arkansas, and I forgot the name of the track off the top of my head, but I used to run down there at least once a month. And I just overjumped. I was fast that day. This is when I was starting to get faster, going from the back of the pack to the mid pack. And I was getting so fast, and my suspension, I was just starting to kind of learn suspension. And this is what really taught me about suspension, is when I overjumped that and I was too soft and I bottomed out and it bucked me off. Because when you're not that fast, it's very, very forgiving. But the faster you go, you need to have stiffer suspension. And the bike I bought a 06 RM250. I think it was in 2011 or 2012. It was clapped out, but it had some high dollar suspension on it. It had an A-Kit RG3 suspension on it. It had all the coatings and everything on it, but it was all clapped out. But I rebuilt that bike 3 times in the life I had it. In 7 years of riding it, I rebuilt it from the frame up 3 times. I had a lot of money in that bike, a lot of pride in that bike. And but whenever I overjumped it, the suspension bottomed out and bucked me off, and it snapped my right. I mean, I didn't break nothing. My rotator cuff, however I landed, I couldn't even raise my freaking arm. So I got my bike loaded up, and that was a freaking year-long healing process, maybe a year and a half. I couldn't even bench press the bar. I went from I don't even remember how much I was bench pressing back in 2011. But after, or whatever year that was, I got snapped up. See, 2011, bought the bike. Maybe 2014, I got snapped up. I don't remember how much I was bench pressing. But I went from not even being able to bench press the bar after that incident. I couldn't even bench press the bar. And by 2000, that was about 2014. And by 2018, I was bench pressing 320 pounds. And I was only 185 pounds. But I worked at it every day. I mean, it was like, if I missed a workout, it was like missing a meal. It was like missing dinner. You know, we don't miss dinner very often around there. Oh yeah, we got a big old engulfing red candle right there. Let's make sure that's accurate. Oh yeah, we done sucked down. Look at there, y'all. We got to see if we can add to this project. That's a big engulfing candle. That bottomed out. That went past the low of the chop. Almost 10 o'clock, and we are currently at oh yeah, back almost down to $6. But it looks like it's flashed, crashed, or it's went on down there to 5 and some change. I can't read them numbers; they're too small. But it's either a flash crash, but there's a big old wick down there. All right, we're back to $6. That's where we added our 100 at earlier. We're making money on the 100 now. We're up $3 on that 100 from earlier, which we got 275. So what's that for every penny? I know it's 275 for every dollar. So it'd be $2.75 for every penny, or 27 cents for every penny. Either way, whatever, who cares? I know how much it is a dime. $27 a dime. $27.50 a dime. Every dime it goes up, the stock goes up, I lose a dime, or $2.70. Every time the stock goes down, I make $2. $27.50. What? I don't even know. I'm stoned. I'm blasted. $27.50 per 10 cents. I want the stock to go down, and it is. It's engulfing. It's gone. Man, we got an add-on coming on at, I'm thinking about 5:30 or 5:20. We're at 575 right now. Thinking about adding another 70. We can add another. See, at $6 we added 100. Yeah, about 5:30. 5:30. I may add another 100 at $5.30 and put the stop at all of it at $6. That's what we'll do. 5:30. We're adding another 100 and set the stop for all the shares. That'll be 375 shares with a stop of $6 if we hit that mark. I just shot back up to 617. See, I actually made a mistake I made a mistake last week by adding too quickly. So I think I'm gonna wait instead of 535, let it run down to 5, do a little pullback, and then add. That's what we're gonna do. Probably still around the same price range, just gonna wait for the bounce back up off of $5. Because it's gonna run back down to $5, no doubt about it. Just will it bounce at $5? I guess I could. I don't want to buy and sell. I just want to buy, then sell all at once. buy, sell, sell. It's buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. That, man, that's too much work. So much easier just to buy, then sell, and then or just buy and add on, average down, and then just stop out. I used to buy, then lose all my money. Or that sucker would bounce and I'd make freaking $15,000 and then lose 30 the next day and then 30 the day after that. Wow, what an emotional roller coaster that was. Or could have been. When I lost them two $30,000 back to back, there was no even, I mean, I didn't even feel the gut wrenching loss. And that's whenever I knew it was time to stop playing like that. That was 2023. That was 2023. After I had already retired. Golly, that was stupid, wasn't it? I thought it was my last ditch effort to. Thought it was my last ditch effort to them zeros, but I was wrong. But it's cool. Now we've switched our mode into the long game. I'm playing like a long game version. I mean, it's so much easier and funner, and I enjoy it more. Ain't that crazy? But I really used to enjoy the rush of having 10,000 shares and every dollar it moved, you was making or losing. I mean, I've enjoyed that. That was a rush. I don't know if I ever had it up to that big though. I'm pretty sure not, but I know I've had some $5,000 and $6,000, 5 or 6,000 shares for every dollar it moved. It win you or lose you 6,000. But when I was making plenty of money. And I thought I had another 15 years to work. Oh well. I'm just glad I saved what I did. I saved a lot of gold and silver, and I had been buying gold and silver for a long time. So a couple of my good investments came through. It's what's put me in such a great position I'm in today. It could have been so much better. But I had a good time. And I was learning. I've learned so much. And that's the thing about education. I mean, it's so hard to get hands-on training for free. I mean, you can't mimic it. You just can't mimic the emotions involved. You can run simulation on whatever it is that you're into, like trading and stuff. You can run simulations on trading, but unless you have some skin in the game, you just ain't gonna get the full effect. But now I just do it for fun. If I can make $100 a day just piddling, that's cool. Or set my risk tolerance about the same, about $100. I know a lot of them traders are like 3 for 1, 2.5 to 1. Well, hell, I'm happy with just making 100, or set my risk tolerance at losing 100. Because there's going to be days the way I trade. There's going to be days I make $400, $500, $600, $700. I had a $300 and something day the other day. It was right at $400 just the other day. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, Monday, $300 and something day yesterday. And I use the technique of averaging up. See, back in the day, I used to average down, And then I would just buy so big, I never would average into the trade. I would just buy big, and then when the bottom sunk out, you know, you're down freaking $1,000, and or you're up $1,000 right off the bat. But the way I'm trading is so much better now, and funner and easier, and so no emotions involved, hardly any. It's great. But I used to crave that emotion. I mean, that's, you know, what gamblers do. Crave that rush, or some of us get addicted to that defeat, that feeling of defeat. That's a rough feeling. Some of us get it. Some of us worse than others. Just like in anything, it doesn't matter how many zeros are at the end of your bank account. It's about the emotion, the feeling within. If you can get the same feeling out of $100 that a billionaire, that it takes a billionaire to get the same emotion, and it costs him $100 million to get the same emotion you get for $100. Come on, it's the same thing. It's just the numbers are different. Find something you enjoy and give it heck. I mean, just live it to the fullest. Win, lose, or draw, who cares? It's about the feeling, the emotion. For me, that's what it was. But I've already lived all that, all them big risks, big gambles. Only thing I got to do now is stay up with inflation, save some money to keep this house repaired. So I had a 20-year roof on this thing. It's brand new, but that's probably, you know, I probably only got 15 left on it. Air conditioning system's all brand new. But again, will they last 20 years? If they last 20 years, so I got another 15 on it. The plumbing's all brand new. And that was my trade anyway. But, you know, in another 15 years, I'm not going to be crawling up under this thing. So I got another 15-ish years on plumbing, other than fixtures and, you know, little leaks that I can fix for quite a few years. Hot water tank in 10 years. What are hot water tanks these days? $850. Plus a few parts. You know, you got $950. Yeah, because you got about $950. $1,000, whatever. I can install that for a few more years, as long as I stay as healthy as I am right now. So that's all I got to do, y'all. I just got to make enough money in the next 15 years to put a new roof on, and just, you know, minor stuff, hella, and stay ahead of inflation. That's it. I love it. I don't care about the zeros in the bank account no more, but I did. I used to chase them zeros. But since I've been retired, things are so different. My mindset, everything's just different. None of us are the same version of ourselves after 5 years. So much changes about you after 5 years. Even your entire body. Your entire body. You don't even have you're not the same person after 5 years. You know, you lose about 350 billion cells daily die in your bodies. You regenerate. I forgot how many cells you regenerate daily, but you kill off 350 billion cells daily. And in a 5-year period, your entire body has regenerated brand new cells, including your guts and all this. That's why it's very important to live on a higher vibration, because as your cells are regenerating, that's what you're feeding your new body, your new cells, your new everything that's regenerating. Whatever's going on within you is what you're regenerating outside of you. And they say that about your reality too, and I don't know. I just know my experiences, and through my experiences, everything that I've learned through my experiences, now I just have an understanding of certain things, and it's going to be very hard for anybody to change my ideas, but I am more than willing to listen to anybody's their ideas. I'm willing to listen to anybody's ideas because I'm very malleable. I'm very open-minded, very open-hearted, but I definitely protect my peace very closely. I protect my peace more than I protect my wealth. Well, is it time to move or time to go back inside? I think it's time to go inside. It's getting hot. That was fun. And we got a big engulfing green candle. It's still in the chop. Between $6 and $7. It's closer to 7 right now though. According to that candle. That big green candle and getting fatter. I'm gonna go get some shorts on and put a fan and get under this air conditioner. Watch this stop drop all day long. It's got a little pull back at it right now though. All right, y'all. Hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Those of you that did or did not. And see y'all on the next episode.